Still nice mood morning. I feel like doing more work today. I don't know why. More
That's
productive
really very
day.
cool, right? Yeah,
Yeah, it looks more cold and nice, so it's more productive morning.
yeah, yeah. So that's great to hear. Yeah, guys. So we will be speaking about daily UI 8 today. So I'm really very excited to show you this design because this is one of the quickest design that I have made. So it just took not more than 15 to 20 minutes to create this design, but it turned out well. Yeah, so it has less UI elements, but I'm really very happy about the output. And I really like your UI also, Ganesh. So we both would speak about each of our UIs and we would speak about the artistic pathways that we have taken. So I would share my screen and is my screen visible, Ganesh?
Yes, okay.
Yeah, yeah, guys. So this is a very simple design actually. So I haven't done much with it, basically. So the top part, if you guys recognize, it's from my previous UI. So I actually made a UI for um, so so planning vacations and ticket booking, right? So okay, so I think it'll come in later sections. So it is mainly taken from that. I didn't do much about this, so because what happened was on that day, I literally created four UIs on the same day. So was I didn't have much time that day, so I just reused my UI elements from my already created previous design. So it was lifted from that. So I just changed the aesthetics to blend in with the background and other elements of this design. So it was so, and so basically the background is one single image. I really liked it because it best reflected the theme. So error. So yeah, so this error means so you're lost somewhere and you do not know what to do. So that's why
I'll
this.
tell you one thing. You know what I feel like? I'm in a boat middle of the ocean. I can't see mountains or anything. I feel like I'm literally lost the way you put the background.
So it is the main purpose. Yeah. So the main idea is that so you're basically lost and you do not know what to do, and I just want to bring that feeling in. And these colors, right? So they just fell in place. I just picked these colors from the background, and I wanted it to be visible, and it has to be aesthetically appealing. So I just picked this color, and I made a simple UI. And I really did not know what to do here, so I just put oops. Uh, so this O thing was already there. I just put oops here. So it's like oops. So we are not sure what to do about next. So it just turned out to be very simple, but yeah, I just really love this design. I didn't spend much time on this, but it turned out really well. So I hope you guys like it also. So what's your take on it, Ganesh? So how do you feel about this design? So what are your views on it?
See, the one thing what I like is the oops. That like you put oops instead of O. It's like oops. And then the other thing is I like the way that you put. I mean, I can see the mountain far away, but still I feel like I'm lost. So that's one thing, and I like the color palette especially, and I like that kind of. I don't know what color. It's kind of like a satin or the skin colorish tint that you have
This,
in
right?
the
Yeah.
back, not the background, the background.
The background you're telling, this one.
Yeah, that's like amazing, man. I really loved it. And the top part, I feel the one thing is the search bar could have had a contrast. That's one thing I would recommend, making it black or any other color, because I feel like I'm not able to see the search bar. That's one thing. But other than that, like it looks really good, and black on the bloody that color, man, it looks too good. I really loved it. The black icons and the black text on the right, that looks really good.
Yes,
That's
actually,
views on your design.
yeah, that's correct. Actually, see, for this UI, so the things fell in place. I didn't do much, but things fell in place, and I'm really happy about it. So
Yeah,
basically,
that's because you're becoming an amazing designer, man.
yeah, sometimes,
You can see
right?
the growth. You guys can actually see Arvind's growth from how he started to now how it is. It's like really good, I would say. Like this design,
Yeah, Ganesh, really thank you.
it's
So
so
I'm
good.
really happy about this design also. Here it so it's a very simple design. I've just used two fonts. So the font which really makes this UI a better UI is this font. So I'm not sure how to pronounce this, but this font really helped me. So this is an insane font. So I just searched
Production, production.
accent, yeah, something like that. And this
Production.
Inca font is for so the rest of the UI. And so the main scheme that I went for here is this. So this is the main color, and so the rest of the colors are just tweaked revisions of the same color. And this black color is also used to so in other UI elements. So it's basically a very simple UI. So it's my UI 8. So I saw your UI also, Ganesh. It was really good. So actually, what I felt about my UI after seeing yours was yours really had a lot more UI elements in it than mine. So if you see, right, my UI is it's very plain actually. So it has very few elements. If you see, so a text, a simple
I,
plain
I, I think I'm going with the concept of less is more. So
image is
you
more.
can't help. I
Okay,
think
so
that's what you're going for.
according to
I
you,
get
it's
that.
good design. So I'm really happy about it then. Okay, so it would be good if you can show your design and we can see what is the approach that you have taken. And
Yeah, man. Mine is not like so much into thoughts like yours.
I really like the UI also. So it was a different take on the same subject. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I'm just sharing my screen.
Yeah, great.
Think you're able to see my screen, right?
Yeah,
So
super.
this is my UI, alright. And so I've gone to the font which is known as the Alway. And this, I mean, you guys would have seen what's happening from the start. Landing page. Now the next what you've done is the 404 error page, page not found. So the same website, it's more like I'm trying to use that website to create different pages for different days. So what happens is I'm reusing. I'm what happens in the end, right? When you're doing something with the same concept. So end of the 100 days, if I've done 5 to 10 screens, I can make this my own case study, or I can make this my own full website, a full prototype. I can convert this into a full prototype by getting all screens together. So that's what's going on. So here, that's what I've done. So I have this always happening 424 error page not found. So here, what I wanted was I wanted the black and white theme, but I just didn't want to diagonally cut like a triangle or something. So what I did was I thought, why not give a space in between? So 404 is what breaking. So it's like the black is breaking is broken by the white. So that's what I went for. And put page not found. I gave spacing here and then put the middle word and the zero in here. And the simple page not found, but the color is, I just wanted to give some negative spacing, right? And the negative spacing provides us a color of white, and that's what I went for. And everything else is same, as you may see, and I just wanted that strong contrast. So if by chance, when it comes to accessibility, people want better contrast, and black and white is the best contrast any day, right? That's the law of nature, and so that's why I went with this. And the other thing being, this also looks like a spotlight. For 404, it's not found. It's a zero. This page is a zero. Nothing is here. So that's the concept of it. It's a zero. So it's like a spotlight in the between, and you just go home. You go back to home. There is nothing for you to see here. That's what this whole concept is based on. So yeah, my color palette I didn't up because it's only black and white. Literally no other color. So that's the thing. So what's your take on this?
Yeah, Ganesh, I actually really like this UI. See, it is very simple. So I didn't think in depth about so the pleasure of all the elements, and after you explained about it, right, I like it even more better. So it's really nice. So it's simple, but it's really good. So it's what I like about your design. So you don't, yeah. So you use elements only when it is required. So if it's not required, right? So you just remove them. So which is really very important. So yeah. So we need to know what to have and what not to have. It's also very important. So having unnecessary UI elements, right, would make your UI look very cluttery, and it's difficult to use and navigate through the UI itself. So I really like that simple design. So I just want to incorporate it in my future UIs as well. So if it's not required, it's not needed. So it's really not required to have it in the first place. So I really like that UI. It was very simple, and it served the purpose. So it's understood that we are stuck at a page, and I really like that UI also. So it was really great. So the topic here, actually, the topic for this eighth UI was very simple. So we really did not know what to do about it. So because we can't play around with it much, right? So because are, are limited, and our UI elements have to be kept small, because obviously, so the entire page, yeah, so would not have much in it, uh, as it's stuck somewhere, or an issue has crept in. So even in the that page, right, so we have to try to make so the best y- so the best implementation of all the text we place, and everything. So I'm really happy that I was able to bring something to the table, and so the same was with you, I think. So I'm really happy that we are able to do something out of nowhere also. So
I
really
mean,
kind
I
of
mean, your design, I liked it the way the concept. There's more thinking in that involved. Mine is more like aesthetically thinking, but yours is more like concept itself. You're thinking. You're lost in the middle of ocean. What could be more oops than that, right? So that's what I liked about yours. Even GPS can't trace your location. It's how lost you are.
lost. Yeah, so we both have taken two different approaches to the same subject, which is really very interesting, because your design is completely unique and mine is completely unique. And if so, so though the topic is the same, though the subject is the same, so the take we have on so the subject is completely different. So it's what
That's the main thing, Arvind, about daily UI. You have to see how different each one can make it.
how different each one can really make it. So it is what excites me the most. I think of it like this, you think of it like this, and the third person, right, so might think of it in a different way, completely different way. So you can't even imagine what he's thinking and how he's implementing it. So it was, yeah, so it is what makes me excited to do this in the first place. So actually, so even we can actually create, so not two but hundreds of variations of the same topic, actually, so if time is provided. So we are limitless and we are boundless. So it's what's makes it interesting, and I'm really very
And yeah, I think if anyone's watching this, like if whoever watching this, right, they should know that we actually did one crazy UI app. We created a full app almost. So what happened was, I mean, we did a full app almost in one day. It was 1 to 2 days. So if you guys, I think you guys must be excited because we might soon share a video where we both will be working on it live, maybe a few screens, 2 or 3 screens, show you how the flow was. Because me and Arvind were sitting with it and we were doing the design. So both of us together, because I mean we work together in unison very well, and it has come out so well. So there's no going to say that it was not good. It was damn good, is what I would say.
Yeah, and the most important thing was we created that entire thing in just one day. So it was not even one full day, actually. So
It's
we
like
started,
3 4 hours. Yeah.
yeah, 3 for us. We started in the late afternoon, and we completed it within a day, so day's time. So, and that entire process was really very interesting to look at, actually. So actually, I really didn't think that I can provide him with feedbacks seriously. So I'm looking at things in a completely out of box perspective now. Like after doing a few UIs, right? Like around, yeah, for literally more than 2 months to say, I think I've really gained an inherent experience. So I'm really happy that I've learned so much and I've improved in my skill. So, and so that UI what we made this weekend was really interesting, and it turned out amazing, seriously. So it was really good, Ganesh. So I really liked it. And yeah, so as I told you that day, right? So I just want to keep using that UI because it was really super good. And yeah, so hope we create a lot more UIs together, and we can make a full app out of it. So it's my end time goal. Seriously, guys, so it was a very interesting process. So I really didn't feel that time was passing by that day. So we just started talking, we created something, and so it
I
was like,
mean, Arvind was not even in the mood that day to do it.
seriously, I wasn't feeling well that day, but even then I hopped onto the process, and it was around 12 o'clock. We both slept that day. It was almost around 12 or 12:15. So actually I was planning to sleep at around 9:30, but just time passed away, and we didn't even realize. It was really a very time well spent, I can say. and hope we created something that's really good. So yeah, guys. So if you guys are really interested in having to, so you want us to post. Uh, yeah, so stuff like that, right? So you can drop it down below, so we would speak about that as well. And yeah, Ganesh, so this error, so this eighth UI was a very simple topic, so we actually thought of, yeah, so what shall we speak today and much about it. So but we have spoken about it, right? So yeah, so it means to say that every UI has something to say about it, right? So because even though it's a simple topic, so a lot of creative ideas and effort is yeah, so it takes a lot of time and effort actually. So, and I'm really happy that we have this platform where we can share our ideas and thoughts to you guys. And yeah, Ganesh, so it's been a very exciting day today, and I hope you really enjoyed speaking to me as well. It was a great conversation.
Yeah, it was amazing conversation. It's great to start off a day speaking with a best friend and also a code designer. I mean, we may not have company together, but from a young age we have been together speaking about topics, not just this about design. We were creating logos. We were thinking on how to get our first company started. Right now we might not have a company, but then I mean we're working together like co-founders,
Yeah,
working on the same thing. So who knows? Maybe we might get a few amazing things out, and we have a lot of plans to go ahead. And we're
yes.
gonna get you guys some exciting content. We're gonna give our best. Let's see where it takes us. And yeah, that's it from my end.
Yeah, Ganesh. Yeah, guys. So it's a wrap for today. So we'll see. So the next day at the same time. Hope you guys do well today. Have a good day, guys. Bye.